Hey everyone, this is Meg with another current release game review, and today I'm going to be talking about Dragon Age Origins. Now, a game that's full of witty banter, adventure, and romance. It has everything that a great story needs. Combine this with action-packed gameplay, and you have one heck of a video game. Now, some story elements do differ depending on what race and background you've picked. Now, I've only played through as a human noble. I'd like to play through as an elf, but regardless of this, the basic story elements don't change. You join the Grey Wardens, guardians who have the ability to fight against an ancient evil known as the Darkspawn, that threaten to destroy everything in its path. You must unite the people, gather an army capable of stopping the Blight, and slay the Archdemon. It's an epic story full of hope and danger, and the creators of Dragon Age Origins really took time and effort to develop the different cultures, races and locations in such a way that it was a joy to discover and learn about them all. I think what I really loved though about the game and the story were the characters in your party. The witty banter that occurred between different team members was intriguing, touching, and sometimes just plain hysterical.
You know, you never did tell me how you passed the time in that cage for so long.
No, I didn't.
So, what did you do in there?
A training exercise. I would observe an object, and then try to think of all the words in your language which began with the same letter as its name.
Wait, just wait. You're joking again, aren't you?
No.
You are not telling me that you played I Spy against yourself for 20 days?
There are a lot of things in Lothering that begin with G.
Earning their trust and friendship really made you feel as though you were getting to know them all. Sten is my personal favourite. He's a character that I had to get used to before finally understanding how I should react to him, which was great. And the other characters too were just as exceptional. You couldn't help but like them all in different ways. I honestly think too, without giving too much away, that the final fight made the game. It was the ending that made me want to play it all over again, just for those final moments. All in all, I think the game has the it factor, that thing that makes you want to experience it over and over and over again, like a good book that you can't put down, or a movie that you've seen so many times you can memorize every single word. Now, there are a lot of things I like about the gameplay. For the most part, I feel it offers a lot for the player to do. I liked assigning abilities and skills. Leveling up wasn't bothersome or complicated, and combat was enjoyable despite the lack of direct actions, in the sense that you could fight something but had basic control, not like a hack and slash game. I also liked the fact that the game relied quite heavily on dialogue that wasn't too long-winded or involved, like Red Dead Redemption for example. You could also find some great weapons and gifts to sweeten up your team members. The game is quite lengthy, which makes a nice change considering the usual cheap thrills that we get lumped with now, and levels lasted a few hours, maybe more if you were willing to check through every room and cavern. And the DLCs are great so far too. I think they really add to the core game, and they can freshen the experience up a little if you're playing it through for the second time. Graphics are okay, nothing to write home about. Textures look good, the character models were fine, and the animation is okay, if not a little buggy. I think I was more impressed with the art direction than anything else. I felt the levels and locations were really unique and interesting, and you had no doubt that these places were filled with history and life. My favourite area had to be Orzammar. I thought the colours were so rich, and the place just leapt out of the screen. Redcliffe Village is great too, purely because it just makes me think of ye olde England. I don't really have too much to add about the graphics. They didn't make the game, not that they should, but they carried the experience quite nicely. They weren't terrible, but they weren't great either. I liked the soundtrack to Dragon Age Origins, but it's not one of my favourites. Now, certain tracks stood out, like the Party Camp, the main theme, Ruins of Ostagar, and Dalish Elf Encampment. They were great. As an album though, I felt it was pretty disappointing. Now, most of the tracks are a minute or so long with a few exceptions, and very few of them can really be downloaded and just listened to. So in game, the score works, but I feel it loses something when it's listened to on its own. Overall, I'm kicking myself for putting off playing this game for so long. I really enjoyed my first playthrough, so much so that as soon as the game finished, I went back for seconds. I'm going to give the game a 9 out of 10. I actually want to go back again and approach scenarios differently, try and play different races, etc. So I suppose it really has replay value as well. There we go. It's another thing in its favour. So yes, I'm really enjoying this game right now. People who follow me on Facebook will probably have got that impression already. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please leave your comments and opinions in the section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about the game, and I'd also kind of like to hear about who your favourite characters were. I know mine is Sten, but I'm just interested to see what you guys think. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry my throat is a bit craggy. I'm feeling not too good today, but I hope you didn't mind. I hope you didn't notice. I hope this is all new. This is new information. I don't know. But thank you for watching. I'm getting off track. I will see you next week in my next video. Bye. I'm gonna sleep now. Adventure and romance. So I'm just picking off the label. Stop it. I'll start it and then I won't be able to finish the characters. Try this again. There are a lot. God, my throat is absolutely killing me. Oh. I forgot what I was gonna say. The game is quite lengthy. My eyes are stinging. Do they look red to you? I'm talking to you as if you're actually a person. You're not a person, you're a computer, but do they look red? Stop yawning! Brr! Oh, excuse me while I just yawn and fall asleep. I'm just going to be talking and then I'll... That was a joke, I don't actually snore while I sleep.